Good afternoon, good morning, folks. Good evening, wherever you're from watching this. We got a good one for the Big Ten quarterbacks now. And this is going to be, we're going to talk about them. First off, which one of these is overrated? Which one of these is underrated? Which one of these are quiet ones? You tell me which ones you think they are, and we'll go from there. First off, Indiana head coach. Indiana quarterback the transfer out of California, Fernando Mendoza, went 153 of 253, 30 touchdowns, 14 interceptions for 4,712 yards. Then we go to Illinois, number 9, Luke Altmaier, a transfer from Ole Miss, went 28 of 54, 3 touchdowns, 3 interceptions, 317 yards at Ole Miss. Then his Illinois record is 386 of 617, 35 touchdowns, 16 interceptions with 4,600 passing yards. In total, that's 414, 671, 38 touchdowns, 19 interceptions, 4,917 yards. That's pretty decent. Then we got the one that kind of stands out for a lot of us. Number 11, Mark Gronowski, a transfer from South Dakota State. He transferred to Iowa. Now, he went 756 of 1,190, 93 touchdowns, 20 interceptions, 10,330 yards at South Dakota State. That's pretty good, just for the length of time he was there. Now, who knows how he'll do at Iowa. Then at Maryland, we have Justin Martin, a transfer out of UCLA. 24-35, 1 touchdown, 179 total yards. Not really much playing time, but for the length of time he was there, he played pretty good. Then number 7, Malik Washington. I think he's fresh out of high school. Not really sure if he saw any playing time there. He might be another year. I'm not really sure what he was. And then Justin Martin, I think this is his second year. Then you got Bryce Underwood. Then we go to Michigan. Bryce Underwood, number 19, fresh out of high school. I see a lot of potential in him. I see a lot of things that could possibly be out of him. He looks to be the front runner. Then you got Jaden Davis, who didn't see any playing time last year. And the year before. And this year, if he doesn't see anything after this year or the next year, I see him jumping on the transfer portal. And then you have Jake Garcia, a transfer out of Miami, and then East Carolina. He had a lot of jumps here. Out of Miami, Florida, he had 79 of 129, 7 touchdowns, 4 interceptions of 950 yards. At East Carolina, he went 109 of 181, 8 touchdowns, 12 interceptions for 1,426 yards. Yeah, I'm reading that right. And then he went 188 yards, 188 for 310 pass attempts, 16 interceptions, 15 touchdowns for 2,376 yards altogether. So that there tells you a lot about him. Then we go down to Mike Keene, transfer from UCF, went 233 for 355, 23 touchdowns, 7 interceptions, 2,377. Fresno State, he went 560 of 815, 42 touchdowns, 21 interceptions for 5,868. Altogether, 793 for 1,170, 65 touchdowns, 28 interceptions, 8,245 total yards. Now, Michigan State, number 2, Aiden Childs, transfer out of Oregon State, 24-35, 4 touchdowns for 309 yards. At Michigan State, he's really showed a lot. 192 of 323, 13 touchdowns, 11 interceptions, 2,415. Altogether, 216, 358, 17 touchdowns, 11 interceptions, 2,724. Now, Drake Lindsey, I think he's a freshman. I think he hasn't really played anywhere. Now on to Nebraska, number 15, Dylan Raiola. 275 of 410, 13 touchdowns, 11 interceptions, 2,817. That appears to be our numbers there for him. He didn't do too bad his first year. Now I see him stepping up to the plate this year, so I look for that to be a pretty good show up. And then you got, after last year's Jack Lausch, who went 165 of 307, 7 touchdowns, 9 interceptions, 1,792 yards. He appears to be the guy behind the new incomer, number 8, Preston Stone, the transfer out of SMU, who went 267 yards for 450, 35 touchdowns, 8 interceptions for 4,030 yards. Then you got Oregon's Dante Moore, the transfer from UCLA, went 114 for 213 yards for 9 touchdowns, 11 touchdowns and 9 interceptions for 1,610 yards at UCLA. Now at Oregon, he was perfect. 7 of 7 for 49 yards. Altogether, 121 for 220. 11 touchdowns, 9 interceptions, 1,659 yards. Now to Penn State. Drew Aller, number 15, 530 for 843. 53 touchdowns, 10 interceptions, 6,302 yards. Then Purdue, multiple quarterbacks up called. Bennett Meredith, 7-11 for 43 yards. Not really sure who that one would be. Then you got Malachi Singleton, a transfer from Arkansas. 13-17 for 238 yards and 1 touchdown. Ryan Boney, who was there last year, who went 55 of 92, 4 of 4 for 4 touchdowns, 4 interceptions for 636 yards. Then Evan Chuba, the transfer from Washington State.